Hello everyone and welcome back to Team Fortress TV. We're into the final week of the season and we've got a double bill coming up tonight, so it's a good night for any Witness fans because they've got two games coming up. The first one of those will be against Hubert's Angels. But before we get too much into that, we've got a Dr. Underscore behind the camera. My name is Bempler and I'm joined with Dumtum. So how are you doing, Dumtum?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be the Witness Gaming Gauntlet, brought to you by Witness Gaming, I suppose. Hashtag not a sponsored stream. But we'll see them 2 times in a row now against formerly SVIFT, Hubert's Angels, and, like you said, as well, coming up against TLR. So, plenty of Witness to go around as well. We didn't see them for the first 2-3 weeks, a little bit there at the beginning of the season, but we'll get plenty of them now here, warming up for playoffs that they are already in. However, on the flip side here, Hubert Swifty boys certainly are not in playoffs yet, and they desperately need any points, a single map win tonight or tomorrow. I think they're playing again. They need a map win in any of these matches.
Yeah, they have Witness and Mandem coming up there, right? So it's not too easy for them, but we've got to say there is the drawing power. They do seem to tie every series. This is potentially going to be the hardest one they've had to face yet, but before we talk too long on that, the game is going live. Snakewater, the first map of this first game of the night for Witness as the rollouts get underway.
Yeah, it's still technically a 4-way race to playoffs. Some teams have better chances than others, with, like we said here, not with the best odds, but they gotta take it here if they want to have any chance at all. Like you said, also tied everyone. Who's to say Witness can't choke against them as well here? Let's see what they have in the mid-fight. Amps with the high bomb coming through as well. Rest of the team trying to see what damage they can do with that as well. It's not too bad, but just cleanups coming in fast on the side of Witness, just sitting back, letting these bombs happen, shoot them down, and the counter aggression immediately coming through, trying to prey on whatever they can find, but it's struggling quite a bit here right now as Swift's still able to clean up a little bit.
Yeah, Am's coming with a really good salvage there towards the end and is going to get onto auto, which means it's, despite the point flipping in the direction of Witness, it's not the biggest win, it's not as big of a win as it could have been had auto stayed alive, but a nice attempt there on the early aggression. Am's coming back in, staying alive after the early bomb, getting that damage and coming back in to clean up at the end, so very, very nice work there, but as it goes, Witness still cap the point, and even Ubers, we'll see how they decide to progress from here.
Yeah, notably as well, Merc on the side of Hubert's Angels, the red team will have Loopy step in. I don't think that's the first time we've seen Loopy this season. I don't remember if it was for them or for Garda. It was for one of the two, for sure. Stepping in here tonight for team leader Sneaky. Capable scout for sure. I don't know if that disrupts any of the calling going on, but I assume with Mac and Demo Man that shouldn't be too big an issue here. And with Mac and Demo Man, the damage not looking too shabby there either. Domo stuck in a corner, no one able to find the follow-up. Maybe the damage is maybe lacking with Mac and Demo Man. That was the Demo Man stuck in a corner and Domo's able to escape. Judge arrows by Auto helping out quite a bit as well. Keeps them alive, just barely. A demo kill here could have certainly made things fall apart a little bit, especially considering Auto fell a little bit behind on the Uber building. Not a lot, but with a Demo went down, surely they would have pushed off that.
Yeah, potentially. Well, Mac also took quite a bit of damage as well, so maybe not too interested in following in that deep. As soldiers exchange on either side, so going to open up a little bit of space for both teams to potentially work with, and it looks like Ubercharge used it already here. Hubert's Angels pushing in towards the grass area, and Auto's had to use as well. Flashed around to a lot of players, and Loopy's waiting on the midpoint, trying to maybe catch someone. No, he's taken down by Thomas. And point not looking too good here for the push out here from Hubert's Angels. It looked good. They got the Uber flashed around a lot of players there on Witness, but in the end they can't keep their players alive, and looks like point going to be capped up here for Witness.
Very unfortunate. Loopy in that position, like, it's not bad, but you'd much rather have a soldier there, but they lost one. Didn't want to lose the second one, making a flank play happen. Very unfortunate for the red team here. Gives Witness a pretty good chance at a last push a little bit here. Not an Uber situation at all, but they're not going to stop at that. Medics 4, they want the damage, and it's hitting all right. All of that damage finally combined into one last shot by Ixie to snipe him out there. In the meantime, there were snaps flying, just not the right ones. Gets anything but the guys in front of the medic. Pandemic, not empty-handed on a sniper, but just not what they need here. Now it's desperate times. You can already see the sniper peeking desperately here, trying to get something out of the situation, but just reaches too deep in the end. Will go down early, and just getting easier and easier. Full add into last, 5v6. What more could you ask for into Snakewater last?
Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good here for Witness. See if they're able to convert as they're using straight onto the gun. Taken down instantly, and got a couple of crits there up on Loopy. Maybe going to throw a wrench in the works, but not going to matter. Crits don't have a chance to ring out, and it's a very, very clean first round there coming out from Witness.
Yeah, Stake's never dead. I don't think they would have hit him either. He just... Thomas, I think it was, walks on point, shoots one Stakey, and just has the safe corner on lockdown. And the rest of the team just covering him. Makes this look Very easy for Witness after a bit of a back and forth at the beginning here. Did take 4 minutes to get there, but still on very good pace. Witness still have a schedule to meet. We need to be done here in an hour, so they better get a quick win, or we'll leave TLR waiting.
It looks like they're coming in fairly aggressive, and never mind, double sack coming in over on the red side as they land straight onto Auto, who's taken down very early, but at the cost of 3 players here. See where Joe is, see if Joe can get out. Max taken down on the point, and it's not looking too great here for these last 2 surviving red gamers. Getting chased around by Ixie, who is making a little bit of a meal of it here in the kitchen, but in the end it's just delaying Joe's spawn.
By so much too. This is a huge difference on the medic devs as well. It looked promising at the beginning, but when you get the med kill early, you gotta make sure your mat's in a good position, and they were just not gonna be able to escape from all the way back in where they were in the end. Tough look there, and once again, the mid fight's competitive to say the least, but Swift's finishing touch is just not there. Where Witness finds their way out of bad situations quite nicely so far. Once again, small ad maybe, but we've seen them in last just now be able to work off very little. Can't take these for granted. Can't always keep the rotation of the Selma team going when you're actually pushing off very little things here on the side of Witness. Once again, small ad getting in here, throwing a soldier in to make some space. This time around, however, it's working out only for one side, and it's not the blue team just getting completely annihilated. Last-ditch efforts coming through, and Papi hits the rockets. At the very least, one of these blue guys can clean up some kills.
Cost? They lose so many players sacking in for Joe.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, the scouts still in.
On this low HPs as well.
Oh, no, I'm
going to be taken down. It somehow works out. This sack, I thought it was 4 players going in. All onto Mac and Joe. And yeah, they do, in the end, get the picks and they get cleaned up at the end. Ixie and Thomas doing very good work in the end of that fight. Sweeping up that damage. But gotta say, that was a missed opportunity there for Hubert's Angels. If they'd managed to turtle up and keep players a little bit more healthy, maybe they could hang on there. But as it stands, going to be even Ubers, and they're pinned all the way back to last point again.
Yeah, it was rare to see a game at this time slot. I think the last one was a couple of years ago. That might have been, I think, when Garda got first to Prem, and before that, it's been also years. It's like one every 3 or 4 years we have a 20 CST official. Maybe it will hinder them a little bit here. I mean, Witness looking pretty much fine without much of a wall scrim so far, but it looks of it here. Maybe there's things lacking. No one's looking behind. Everyone's just focused on the play on last. No one's just having an eye on the flank. Puck with a huge kill on the medic, but once again they're trying to salvage things by DM and DM alone, and it's getting dangerous. Thomas on point, somebody's body block, and barely gets there.
Yeah, they're just about hanging on by the skin of their teeth, so close to that cap being snuck through there, but doesn't come through in the end. I suppose Puck just knows these Witness guys too well. Knows the tendencies, gets in behind, and very nice kill onto Auto there just as the push was coming in. Perfect timing on the aggression. And that's going to leave an opportunity now to push out as Hubert's Angels decide to walk in on the bridge. Ubercharge used on the way past Ams, hitting a really nice rocket there into Pappy. Taking him down just above the second point, and see what Hubert's Angels do with this now. They've got a fair bit of space, but with only 1 pick now, the Uber Dissad is theirs as Auto has been building very hard. And Pandemic going down to a trap is not what they're looking to see here on the way in. Domo able to take so much space in lower, and they might want to go quick here. Witness, they're walking in already.
Yeah, they're just immediately on this one. They know they play at, they know they're gonna have Uber at as well. Swift can't stay in at all. Huge Angels will have to give up all this much space. They can't fight back on second at all, back to last, put up the off classes, heavy up, sniper up, seeing whatever they can do, but they can just pop in, buy themselves the space, forcing people into spawn, while there's once again just Thomas waiting on the cap. This time around the rotation comes through just in time. No one's covering the right side, everyone's on left for Swift, for Witness. Keeps them alive and healthy, but they still have to chew through the rest of this. Or do they? They're just bombing point, hoping for the best, and it's so close. Anything can do it at this point, but the Uber is finally here just in time this time around. They've watched point enough to not let this go out of control.
Yeah, I like the effort there with Witness, sending the soldiers in super high and just running players onto the point, trying to cause some sort of distraction, but doesn't work out in the end. And it looks as if Hubert's Angels are going to get second, but again it's at Dissad, because Auto used so early into that fight, and Joe used so late. It's going to be a very sizable ad here, and they're going to walk in already. Witness in a rush, as we know. They've got another fixture straight after this one. They want to go quick. They want to push their advantages as quick as they can, and already capping up second. And they will have a little bit of ad maybe left over by the time they're going to last. At this rate,
it's just not getting much better for Swift or Hubert's Angels. They're just still sitting on last. Can't escape the disadvantage situation right now. I mean, it's not literal disadvantage, but just heavily down on map control. And Witness, now with admittedly harder stalemate to work with, right? Last time it looked pretty easy, but they also had no Uber to worry about, no gun or anything. This time around, it's all here. Heavy up, gun up, everything you need to see. It's gonna be a lot more difficult this time around, but gotta still try. Solantis going high, can't find what he was looking for, whatever it might have been. Tries to help out on the other side, but Dom already died, and he's just gonna come to the rescue much too late.
Yeah, he's going to get gun and one pick for Soldier and Demo. Not exactly ideal for Witness, but again, it's such a hard last point to push out of. I'm not even sure that Hubert's Angel is going to be able to make anything of this. Maybe can peek that sniper a little bit deeper into lobby, but that's about as much as they're going to get off this. It's almost risk-free from Witness when they're sending players in. Mac on the loose cannon, love to see it.
Do you love to see it? I don't know, it's rare to see in general, let alone on this map.
I don't know, it's kind of hype, he makes it work. It's obviously
guess,
not too popular, but yeah, it's funny, it's a change, right?
It's certainly funny if it works. For now, actors mostly on the lower area between the soldiers, none of them can quite get what they want here. Witness not quite running at a time. They wouldn't like this to go back to mid. Mid-fight's been winning, but they've been close enough to not really benefit for them going back to mid, I guess. Don't think that's really the plan either way. Everyone's peeking from directions. Domo on one side, the soldiers from lower as well. Trying to find some way to get this gun down. The ever so present sentry gun on Snakewater last in the middle. That we all love so much.
Yeah, it's a hard one to clear, right? It's such a powerful angle. It really just makes it so hard to aggress, but I guess to say it's not too great to go back to a mid-fight, but there's still plenty of time to work with. There's 3 whole minutes left before we even start considering that.
I respect not switching classes here as well. I feel like so many people would just immediately default to sniper, and you know what?
There we go.
Sometimes, maybe you would not be in the loose cannon range, I suppose, if you did switch classes here. But we've seen so many Snakewater games, you lose when you push over last, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how they struggled in their last round, right? As they got forced out to one soldier as they were attempting the push out. Didn't work too well. But this time they're back on a second again. Ixie gonna be doing a fair bit of damage onto Mac on the point as they push in. But the cap still hasn't come through and spawners are in. Auto has taken a lot of spam though, so that might deter.
Papi behind as well, gets to the sniper. They pushed out with that sniper as well, most notably. Maybe thought it could cover some space here, but no, the soldiers just get in behind. Yeah, one on top there right away, and the cap like the what a backup's happening.
Oh, he just wins the race.
But they all on point. They take so much damage from this. Puck makes up for it a little bit, but it's not enough.
Oh yeah, there we go. Huge 4 kills coming through there. Auto getting forced, and again they're not making. They had a better Ruby than Hubert's Angels, but they're not able to get anything from it. As a trivial cap comes through onto last. Pappy jumping in, sealing the deal. Nice work for Witness again. It looks like they occasionally get the worst end of some of these exchanges, but they somehow make it work.
I feel like the sniper really just forced them to play it the way they did, and that certainly was the correct way in the end, which is to just send the soldiers deep, not sit back, take the long distance fight, just get in quick, deal with the sniper, and take space as quickly as you can instead of worrying about a long fight. Worked out quite nicely, immediately got the results they wanted. Messy fight in the end, but they wanted Witness up 2 as we go into the next mid-fight.
Yeah, we've seen, as we said before, Hubert's Angels they've managed to get onto Auto a couple of times, and they've managed to get frags, but not managed to clean up properly. And as the Auto goes down, and we say again, double sack coming in from the 2 red soldiers, and Ixie's down as well. This is maybe the best start to a mid-fight that Hubert's Angels have had so far, but there's players behind, though. It's looking a little bit dangerous here for Joe. There's Thomas and Pappy still left to deal with up on the high ground. Looks like this might be getting swept up, actually. Ams is up on height. Pappy's going to go all the way behind, try and maybe sack back in for something. There's a bit of an MGE going on here on the rooftop, but Joe safe and sound for the first time after a mid-fight, and this is really what they've needed, right? Hubert's Angels coming back in, keeping Joe alive for a mid-fight, winning one up, and now they're the ones in the aggressive for the first time.
That's exactly what they've been looking for. Last few mid-fights, they tried to get Auto early and play defense from there. It didn't really work out so far, but it's getting better. Maybe just what they need, not too late yet, and unlike last round for Witness, Hubert's Angels now with prime position to just convert from here, so good opportunity to claim a quick one. Don't have to bother with the stalemate much. This is the ones you need to have, right? This is the ones you can practice. Just big add into last. Guns barely even up. Quickly taken down as we get in here. Scout on point, but Damic gets himself a nice little corner. Soldier comes back in time, but this is where the rest of the team just needs to deliver the damage. Take a while, they get Domo first before the soldiers even, but they're still both pretty weak. Lose one already, heavy out to spawn, but it's just 3v5. This is such a numbers disadvantage for them here, and they blow that heavy right away. Man flown up, and there we go. 2-1, quick one for the side of Hubert's Angels.
Yeah, that's actually the first round that Witness have lost since week 1. They've full swept every single game since then, and I've got to say it was close at the end. Auto dying on 95% Uber is just a couple of seconds away from maybe being able to turn that fight. But nice conversion from Hubert's Angels there. Getting back into this game 2-1. We said they probably need a map at some point in these last couple of fixtures. There's a way back into this one. They're still a round down, of course, but they showed much better signs in that previous round. The work was done on the mid-fight. See if they're able to do similar work this time, but it actually looks as if it's a double sack coming in either direction. As Witness send Pappy and Sil all the way over the top. Joe somehow surviving for now, as Auto's in big trouble here out in front of So taken out to the splash in the end, but Joe down to 25 HP. Is he going to just about get out here? Still alive somehow. Domo's running in with the pipes. Not able to land anything. We've got a soldier coming in as well. Silentes not able to find Joe, who's being chased down.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's still alive. The pickaxe is out from Silentes as well.
Oh, he's hit one arrow.
Can do this.
There he is.
A huge arrow comes in. Nice from Joe.
Well, he is a born frag, I suppose. We've seen it many seasons in the past already, but not even on Medic can he really be stopped. That's sad. It's not over yet, and yeah, they know the objective here. They didn't want this force right away, and they're getting it to 2. Not looking like the Medic's going to be caught in a crossfire, but 2 down is still a bit rough. Auto is getting to the Hubert soon, but just not there yet. Maybe they can do something with the advantage while it lasts. Going to be able to play quick while on that, however, and that might just cause some mistakes coming out here. Amps wants to just go deep, and the damage is really good, actually.
2 up.
This is
Only
huge.
2 alive. Actually, Spawner's coming in, maybe coming in at awkward time when the force comes out. Both soldiers jumping in, Ams and Puck getting straight in onto that blue combo. Also forced to use the right mouse button, and now the ad is back with Joe. We're only 3 players up actually here. Oh, Witness, they're in a bit of trouble here. My second point gets capped up, and Hubert's Angel is looking very strong here.
Oh, Auto ate a pipe on the way into lobby. Easiest kill for Mac. Just has the Medic stuck in the corner already. Really easy cleanup. The rest of the team now needs to just defend the castle a little bit. And they realize a little late. Still get the direct on Pandemic to kill the Medic there. Beautiful stuff. Gets that kill going. And suddenly it's just all negated. Just Witness are not holding back. You give them a chance to press W, they will take it.
Yeah, that's the with Sil. One of the great playmakers comes in, and just when his team needs him there, it was looking so dire the situation. Pulls out such a good bomb there onto second, gets the Medic, makes all the difference. Now they're back to even, but it's even where Hubert's Angels have had to back up and concede a lot of space waiting for their respawns. So Witness are thinking about maybe pushing in a little bit here as Ams is in onto Auto. Rocket's coming out, Auto down to 10 HP. Just about survives that, and 2 players on the red side going down at the cost of it as well, and they don't get onto Auto, so...
Oh, I disagree. I am still
Ams gets him. Okay, there we go.
Just as he died,
in. There we go.
He manages to just about save it. And that's still a costly one. We've been here before, right? 3 people die for Medkill. It's good in the end, but you're gonna lose a lot of space.
Yeah, it's 3 kills and 2 points they've given up for it. Spawner's going to come in, and it's just about going to get forward spawn, I think. So if a re-engagement wants to happen, it can actually come in pretty quick. Joe does have Uber.
Oh, Domo, where's Domo going? He's so far in all alone. At least Silentes finds something of the damage. Might have been worth Domo looking for pipes for a little bit too long there in the end. But again, with these awkward positions now, where these Ubers are traded with enough people to go down, that you can take good position out of this. This time around, it looks like both teams learned their lessons here. Red team's not going to chase too much into last, and Witness long out already wouldn't make that much of a valid choice to begin with. Already in the last at this point. So both teams learning pretty quick here right now, but still a long ways to go to make some improvements along the way. Witness needs to be careful. This is still very much a game they could lose.
Yeah, it was much better there than Witness getting out of lobby there. We saw previously Ams getting in through cheese, getting a lot of damage there. Was just about cut off before he could get those huge splash rockets into the top of the lobby. So nice work from Witness there, getting out just in time and preserving this equal Ubers, equal players situation. Got a gun up, no sniper this time. We had a sniper on Thomas previously, but I guess it's now on Hubert's Angels, see what they can do, see what sacks they decide to go for. And it looks like Puck's the one going in already, in behind the truck. Onto Domo actually, who eats a rocket, launched down to lower ground, but both soldiers pay their prices for it.
Alright, what are we trying to do with this one? 2 down? I mean, we've seen this before, right? They want to just take these chances whenever they have them. And with no soldiers to worry about, there's a lot less spam coming your way through any of these doorways. It's just obstacles to watch out for, but with those accounted for, easy space to take here unless the red team wants to fight back. And they're very hesitant about that one, and maybe a bit too much.
Big drop. Huge from Pappy, sinking straight onto Joe. Very, very nice work coming in. And the push-outs, yes, it's 2 picks. It's maybe not always enough, but they make it work. 2 soldiers down, and Loopy's going to try something here. Perhaps on the back cap. Going to get a fair bit of time on it as... Oh, never mind. Taken down, and Puck tries to distract a little bit as well, but doesn't make anything work. And it's now there's actually a decent chance of a coast-to-coast here. There's 3 players only on the second point here for Hubert's Angels. Full ad on the other side.
Right. Time to make a move here right now, but the sniper doesn't come in clutch. You need this defensive sniper to just get the huge kill before Hubert comes out, but even despite using late, it's not quite there. With that, Witness fully unleashed towards the last one, maybe a bit too much. So Domo goes down for the demo man. Not a bad kill in theory. In practice, still a bit cutting it close here right now. Amps will spawn pretty shortly, and the numbers are getting better again if they don't play quick on Witness, but looks like without the demo man to really make the move for them, they don't really dare too much. Beef up all their heals a little bit right now. Pushing the point, try to get this capper, but it all took too long.
Oh, they get the force though. The force might have just been what they were looking for, to be fair. They get that Uber charge out of Joe, and Puck's really chasing. He's trying to get onto auto. One rocket nearly lands on the second. Doesn't quite land either. Domo eats a little bit of chip damage from that rocket. Really good effort there from Puck chasing down auto, who was just a few centimeters away from eating the full brunt of that rocket into the saw.
Alright, well, they're getting away with the scare on Witness. Like you said, maybe the force is all they need. With auto living, that sounds like a decent idea. However, it doesn't really give them as much advantage as you would like in the end. In fact, far from it. This is like 10 ad, or at least they're getting second back, but it's just not quite all it's cracked up to be in the end. Got a little bit of a chance right now, but it's going to be a tough one. There's no gun. Heavy is up, however, and Joe gets Uber any moment, and he might have not accounted for the lack of building going on just there for a moment.
Yeah, Auto spent a lot of time running away and not a lot of time building with a scout, and Amber's actually straight into lobby, getting a lot of damage off here, but not enough to secure any kills. As hits a few good splash rockets, no frags going his way, but Huber's exchanged out. Going to be back to a pretty slow position again as Sacks start making their way in. Looks like Happy's thinking about going. Sill's already gone in and been denied. And Auto very weak again in this top lobby. It's looking so scary, especially when soldiers just appear in this lobby area. It can be a dangerous place to live, but it might be stabilizing out again.
Yeah, it's a piece of work for Witness right now. We've seen them have many much easier games than this. Bombs come through towards Joe, airshot not hitting, but the escape plan will do. Who needs to reload when you're already in punching range for the enemy medic? Auto doesn't have it, so they're still going to be a little bit concerned about the whole situation. And damage is pretty good there as well, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Auto just about evades the damage. A few good body blocks coming in. Able to deny for a while, and full Uber coming in with 2 players up is looking so good. Loopy dies whilst munching on a little meal.
Everyone has to jump a point there, but there's just no getting out of this one. Witness will get that. That force really puts it all together. The second there's a chance to get on the medic pass, the need to deal with a gun, they're on it immediately. They're not messing around with that at all. And just as I was saying, hey, maybe I've seen them have better games before. They're getting themselves in a good position. Alright, 2 more, and they are done with map 1 ahead of schedule.
Yeah, there's only 7 minutes left though, so we're not definitely not out of the woods yet. There's still definitely time for this one to turn. As we saw, the one round that Hubert's Angels got was a very quick one off the back of a very strong mid-fight. See how the teams decide to line up for this one. Seems a bit slower than some of the previous ones we've seen. We'll probably expect some bombs momentarily. It's just a bit of a poke and prod so far, a bit of a spam war, but actually it's Hubert's Angels deciding to walk aggressive over the point here. Loopy's in so deep here onto Domo, takes him down, and big aggression across the point. Joe might be getting caught in here, in a bit of a fight here with Pappy. And he somehow survives, but there's 2 scouts up, hunting down Loopy and Joe. Loopy's got a lot of work cut out from here to stay alive, caught on the enemy second with the medic.
Yeah, they've realized as well, they don't have to chase anyone. We just can fall back to mid, get the Captain started, and the spawns can do the rest for us here. And it looks like finally the red team understood as well. There's no getting out of here the easy way around. The longer it takes, the worse it gets. Loopy gets the 1 kill already. The heals just keep him alive just barely for long enough to get the second scout as well. But That's the soldier bomb cleans him up. Not the force just yet though. That's really, really frustrating for the side of Witness. They get both scouts in there with the soldier bomb as follow-up, and it's still not enough for the force.
Really, really well played from Loopy there. It's such a high-pressure situation. Like you say, there's a real time limit on that fight. There's spawners coming in behind, chasing them down, hounding behind him, but no. Pulls it through, gets both of the scout kills with the beam. They decide to start walking in, but one pick going down. Am's getting taken out is not what they were looking for at all, and Silentis is actually in Sword. Might be catching a second as well. The flank has completely crumbled here for Hubert's Angels, and Uber Charges exchange. This has really not gone well. Pappy might be even trying to cut off Joe's escape. Pappy and Silentis jumping in straight onto Joe, takes him down before he's able to get out, and after what was a decent looking maid, it all falls apart.
It's just not quite it in the end. At least Joe gets a kill for Logs again, but that doesn't change much right now. If it's not exactly Auto that he's taken down with him.
Hooks on Spy?
Here. Yeah, your turn reward Spy just sitting in the corner. They're coming right this way. The beam's not where he wants it to be, but there it is. Auto, no, he's just like half a second early.
Oh, the revolver's out though, takes him low, down to 40 HP, not enough. I guess it could be the distraction of the sniper in forward as well. On Ams, it really baits in players want to come close to deny that sniper, but no, in the end, I respect the Spy play, but doesn't entirely come through, and it's going to be a fairly big ad here coming in for Auto. They want to put this game done here and now. They're charging on at this point. Puck having to jump in, takes a lot of damage. But players dropping here for the side of Witness. He's actually 2 for 2 at the moment. Nixie's gone down as well. Thomas is straight in on the medic of Joe, but doesn't quite land the scattergun shots. He's getting a little bit awkward here. Taken down in the end, and it's actually a full wipe. Somehow Hubert's Angels hang on and keep themselves in this game.
But this has to go coast to coast now. There's no time for literally anything else. This has to be just a huge quick conversion all the way towards last, basically with disadvantage. Preferably while killing people on the way, so you have something to play off on last, because if they just play safe on Witness, they're gonna have Uber at least by the time they're getting there. Looks like they do understand the assignment as well. Have the heavy resistance on mid already, trading numbers for now, but can't afford to lose too many. Eva, it's looking good though, and goes chasing deep,
Thomas.
can't get to the combo. Eva is looking rough at the sniper, yeah, trying his best, and it's enough with a soldier bomb at the end to get something going. There's too many people dying on the red side.
Yeah, it's one of those things you really don't want to have to force, but it's when you drop 3 players you realise, wait a minute, we probably do actually have to force here, and it's just all too late, and in the end everyone goes down here for the red side, and like you say now, there's probably not enough time. Thomas still walking through on the sniper, got the nice little skeleton bat swinging around, and big advantage here for Auto with 3 minutes left. This is all but a done deal.
Yeah, one more is more than confirming it at this time limit left for them. Here, Sniper's on last coming out as well. Don't think they needed much on Witness right now, but they made their choice anyway. Getting in here, it's not going to be Thomas on point this time around. I think XE will have to start getting the cap time for them a little bit right now. Instead, forces the hands on the point, and that's just where the Sniper's waiting for them. With the scope ready, gets Pandemic down right and early. That's 450 points of damage. No one else will have to deal, and it looks like in the midst of all this, they just forgot to play point. Who cares? We're just in here for the fun of it now.
Yeah, with full ad and with such good DM, you can sort of afford to do that. They get it in the end, they sweep up the kills, don't want to take any risks and make it work. 4-1, and with 2 minutes 50 left, I think that's ended any hopes of a Hubert's Angels comeback. It's just about whether or not this game finishes with the 5 rounds or with the 30-minute time limit being reached.
Not a too bad look by the side of Red, but as we mentioned as well, they need points this week badly. They need to win maps. Not doing too bad is not going to cut it, unfortunately. There's many teams that done worse than them against the likes of Witness, but those teams still have playoff chances as well, regardless of what's happening in this game right now.
Yeah, it's into a bit of garbage time now, but they're in the end, Med's traded out. I guess it's never a good time to be a Med when time is running out and we're into garbage time, as everyone just sort of hurls themselves in for the logs. Both Meds fall down, and in the fury and the sprawl, it seems like Witness Gaming able to keep everyone alive besides their medic. Pappy gonna go for a little bit of a hiding spot here, go for something mildly funny.
Oh, well,
Ooh,
I think he's getting the last laugh. Yeah, that connects as well. It gets air shot. Who cares? I got your medic. Who's really winning now? They were already winning. It doesn't even change anything. They're still getting everything they want out of this game.
Yeah, now they're jumping in as well. Am's getting one frag in lobby, but this could be GG's coming up soon. Uber advantage push into last. We've seen them do it before, and now they're going to do it only against 3 players. But Pandemic getting a kill into Dobo might help out a little bit. Yeah, 2 offies, any percent speed run. All the time you can shave off.
That's still pretty bad. So 29 minutes for game 1? I don't know, that's not a goal split at all.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, might be restarting that one.
I've seen them have 20 minutes games this season. Which I guess credits to Hubert's Angels even putting up a decent fight for what it's worth, especially in the mid, so certainly stuff Witness needs to watch out for. But if you want to swing this the other way around as well, this is just a warm-up for the TLR game.
Yeah, but it's I guess they're cramming themselves in. There was even talk of that I-71 game happening, but apparently that
definitely didn't happen.
Definitely didn't happen. Otherwise, you don't have triple offie on one night. That's pretty rough. I mean, I've got to say, there's I know obviously it's a 5-1 scoreline, but there's definitely positives to string out there for Hubert's Angels. They look competitive in some of the rounds. They obviously got a round of their own. And
they had a better game against Witness here tonight than like half the division. And some of those guys still can make playoffs anyway. It does not even matter what's happening here. They can get as close as they want. If they don't win a map, it does not change anything.
Yeah, they've got 3 maps left this season. This one now, and then those 2 against Mandem coming up later in the week. And yeah, they have to win one of them. I believe a couple of Golden Cap losses might also just about be enough. But I guess if they're going that technical,
everything is a Golden Cap loss from here on out. I guess they also make playoffs.
Yeah, maybe. But even still, I think they're still relying on other results, right? They have to rely on TLR messing up their games.
Yeah, TLR's already ahead. So whatever they get right now, TLR can still just win 6 points and still be ahead anyway.
Yeah, there's TLR, and I think also...
Is that likely to happen? I don't know, but we'll also find the answer to that immediately.
Yeah, and there's also Garda as well. If Garda sweep Wheelchair later on as well, they could also just leapfrog everyone.
Outcome. That's the most likely one anyway. Garda just wins Friday. At this page, a single map, if no one else gets any points, which isn't entirely unlikely. Garda wins 1 map, they're in playoffs. And then there's the least likely outcome, which is, I guess other than, Mandem and Witness throwing maps, I guess, which is Wheelchair wins against Garda and Forfans back to Bay Thursday and Friday, gets 12 points, has 20, and is just ahead of everyone else.
And the weirdest thing is, right, I don't even think they need to beat Forfans like 6-0. I think a 3-3 against Forfans might even be enough for Wheelchair to sneak playoffs.
Yes, that's 70 points. At that point, no. I guess it still requires no.
It requires, they have to rely on other results, but like a 3-3, looking at what other teams have to play, might be enough. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here.
Well, it would be very funny.
It would be very funny, yeah. We're on to Sunshine next for map number 2. The 2 S's being played tonight.
Yeah, looks like it. Sunshine warm-up for playoffs, not a bad idea, I guess. Good time to just spread out the maps as much as possible. You're getting the map pool from 2 different weeks as well. So what are the odds we get any overlap between the 4 maps Witness is playing tonight? It would be... I don't think they would like that too much. I mean, I guess from the perspective that it's, valid warm-up for the next game, but at the same time, right, playoffs is coming up. They're in already. It doesn't matter if they're actually having close games tonight or not. It just matters that they're making them count for what they're worth. They're already there. They just need to be prepared. They're getting most likely second seed, especially after this game just now.
Yeah, for sure. They look good. I know we're saying
one more point out of either of these 3 maps they've left in between the 2 matches tonight. If they get 1 point out of this, they're guaranteed second seed.
And I've got to say, it's Witness, right? They're likely to be making that happen.
You know what the funniest part about this is? And I talked about it with Papi when I asked him if when the officials are this week. He mentioned all the complaints got through to admins about something at least, which wasn't the pick bans for the playoffs, but it was the first seed having an upper bracket the finals advantage map pick-wise, which wasn't the case last season. And then immediately after it gets changed, they will not get that advantage because they choked week 1. Just backfired immediately. It's kind of...
Yeah, I guess it's a bit... I guess it's tough, right? Especially when you've got 2 teams who are beating everyone else, obviously.
Handily, yeah.
And each other.
Then it just the game against each other that really matters as well, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, which of course happened in week 1 as well, which I guess is kind of... It's good and bad in some respects, right? Because it's sort of... You have that game in week 1 and you think, oh, wow, I want to see these guys playing playoffs, and you have to wait like 2 months. But it's also good in the sense if it's like these 2 months of build-up. It's like the the chance for like the Witness like redemption arc against Mandem and
as long as bracket plays those as intended, you still get that matchup twice, I think, right? Winners and
probably you get the winners
fans.
and then assuming that they sweep up against third and fourth seeds, but I guess anything can happen on the day.
That would be a lot. I don't know. I didn't check actually. I don't know how many maps grand finals will be this season. Last few times they could have played 5 if they wanted to, and no one cared enough to do it because that just takes forever. Can't blame them, honestly. It does take a while. Like, more matches in a series makes a lot of sense if each of them are short, but Team 2 we do long maps, so that's kind of a pain, honestly.
Yeah, it's one of those CSGO best of 5 finals that takes like a whole day. It's like 7 hours.
I mean, when you have like fighting games or like a match series takes like 10 minutes, you can viably like change the best of 5 smoothly as long as
like Rocket League or something. It's like 5-minute games, like absolutely fine.
That's not too bad. Yeah, they do best of 7s as well. They're like crazy.
Yeah.
They do a ton of games, which I mean, to be fair, it's a good spectating sport. It's like such an easy game to understand because it's just everyone knows what football is like, and then you just have like funny flying cars, which is where like the rest of the skill comes from. Always very nice. But very different here right now. Since, well, I guess the comparison stands and so forth that you can funny rocket fly around, I guess.
Yeah, there's rockets. I guess in Rocket League, there's rockets on the back of the cars, right?
It's relatable like for the same
rocket
audiences.
Launches. Yeah, I guess.
And people love rocket jumping. It's always everyone's favorite. I say this having just modded Risk of Rain to have rocket jumping in it as well, so I would know. It's always very fun with games let you do that.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a 12 in the server. Wondering when we're
I can check the answers in a minute.
In a minute, there we go.
I mean, again, Witness mixing up the teams. Witness is on a schedule right now. As you can see, this game will start in a minute. Will probably last about 30 minutes. This last map was anything to go by. We're kind of get close.
Yeah, Sunshine's a slower map as well, right? It's like one of the harder maps to sort of crack into.
Sunshine is a slower map than Snakewater.
I guess
agree or disagree?
Snakewater is also a slow map, I guess. That is true. But
what is not a slow map?
Well, I don't know. It's like anything can be slow if it's played by equally matched enough teams.
I guess.
Apart from like Koth, I guess. There's kind of a time limit.
I have seen slow Koth games. Admittedly, that wasn't open.
Okay, people don't know they can stand on the points.
They managed to do it, but still, it happened. So,
or is that permanent overtime?
No, it's just like nothing happened the entire game.
Oh no.
Like, I don't know how they managed to do it, but nothing happened for 15 minutes. Alright, I'm sure a lot of things will happen on this match right now. Certainly, with last map as evidence, it was a pretty decent effort, but not enough of one in the end by Hubert's Angels to take any points out of this game, and they need a map win to get into playoffs.
Yeah, it's all mistakes here, particularly for the red side. See what they're going to bring to this one. Looks as if playing it reasonably so. Max actually all the way underneath, walking in, kind of aggressive here. Double one auto taken down early. Max pays his price for it, but 3 picks here for the side of Hubert's Angels. Pickaxes out for Silentes. Gonna try and get onto someone, no. Loopy takes him down with the pistol, and Joe surviving for now. Scout chasing across here. Ixie gonna get behind, but very nice mid-fight win there. Lots of aggression. I love the demo man running underneath the point there, getting in deep, getting a lot of damage shelled out, and even more frags getting swept up here. Only Ixie alive from all the way behind as the Uber ad comes up for Joe as they walk and take second. And this could be a very good start to this map for Hubert's Angels.
Mid-fight's just been really good for Hubert's Angels so far tonight, even on Snakewater, which we obviously saw them fairly decisively lose by the end of it. It's still coming out on top of many of them, and immediately a good start on this map as well. If they can convert, this is brilliant news, and they were able to last map, so just being able to sweep from it, maybe just getting them some good mileage, getting plenty of Kaplan before the Uber even has to come out, but it's got to draw some black. Puppy going down early, not much damage anywhere, but Kaplan is there, forcing their hands. Soldiers going down to block as well. Invincibility has ran out now, and where are the results? Auto serves away, arrow sniped by Joe, and in the meantime, what is going on? Ixie's just spawn camping back.
Ixie's been spawn camping map now for the past 30 seconds. This has been absolutely outrageous. The whole time the push was happening, Mac just wasn't able to get involved, and Ixie playing such a huge part in that. Nice.
Joe lives as well.
Nice stick it there. Mac does get the the win in the end, but that's such well played there from Ixie for that whole time, denying the demo from being involved in the push at all. Like, he was behind on mid and was forward camping from the second point, not even just from mid.
That is pretty good news. However, it's kind of falling flat a little bit on second right now. Do get finally a kill there. Needs a lot more than that, however, and as much as they have some weak people, they don't have enough left alive to do any of the follow-up right now. Flank attempt denied immediately. I think Amps tried to go high, Loopy behind from Flowers, and just both of them didn't get very far at all in their attempts to make space for the rest of the team, and it just backfires completely now. It's Witness with all the space to work with right now, not so much with the Ubers, and that's kind of, I think, what Red Team tried to get at right now, playing a little bit slow to second, get advantage on the way there while they're getting people into good positions from the flank. Now they're just stuck with Uber advantage that I don't think they can do anything with anymore.
Yeah, it's dwindled away, and we're gonna slow down a little bit here, see if Witness decide to go for any form of sack here, see where they decide to pressure, see how they decide to get in. But yeah, the Uber advantage was not too big, and I guess when you're constantly retreating, it's kind of hard to turn that momentum round, and in the end decided just to play it safe. We've got a couple of attempts maybe coming in, poking around here in the cafe, maybe trying to get something to work, but no, just a poke and a prod, just a bit of splash. Nothing too doing so far.
Yeah, playing it slow here right now, but ooh, still overstaying their welcome a little bit. Thomas goes down to the sticky trap. That's one going down for starters. Witness obviously always very relentless when they have the one player at least judging by map 1. I don't know if Hubert's Angels have that same playstyle in them just yet, and it looks far from it. In fact, it's Witness still making the move with one down. They don't care. They're not going to expect us to bomb with one down. Unfortunately, still not the best bomb. Solentis just right in front of the medic while everyone just watches it happen. Unfortunately, can't find much damage there. Maybe with the soldier down, they're actually doing something. Who cares about the scout advantage? And we want the soldier ad for the exchange.
Yeah, they trade out the Ubers walking into choke, and nothing's going to really occur for either team there. It's just reset the Ubers, got them back to building again, and even despite it being a player down for Witness, they hold on. And yeah, just back to building again, back to seeing how they can crack their way in here. Not had too much success so far, particularly with the soldiers. But gonna have another 30 or 40 seconds before Uber charges come back up again. Lots of damage here coming into the soldiers of Witness, and Ams is straight in onto the demo here. And Domo's down, that's 2 picks, Soldier and Demo taken out for Witness. This is looking really good for Hubert's Angels now if they want to go.
Let's see what much they can get from this one, but it looks like Witness realizes very well what's going on right now. They're not gonna try to get anyone into any worse positions than needs to be with 2 down. Can't afford much. The spawn still coming in as well, and we might have forgotten about us a little bit here. There's still some sickies coming through. Magnificent Celeste's out of the door already. FC's taking damage for it. Made up for a little bit by the fact that the rest of the team denied the puck bomb in the back. Keeps numbers even at the very least. Tried to take advantage of the number situations they had here. It wasn't enough. Outside of Hubert Angels, not getting any better. Pandemic in late. Can't get out. Loopy really late to leave there, really weak as well. Still has to avoid stuff, and the sticky puts him into the floor. Didn't realize he had to double jump that.
That was a massive air shot from Domo as well into Ams. He was bombing in. It could have been such a big bomb there landing on Demo and Medic, but doesn't work out in the end. Domo denies him. Very nice Iron Bomber air shot coming in. Now Puck's hiding in a bit of a corner here. Could be straight in. Gets one look. He gets 2. Gets the force off in Cafe and lives to tell the tale as well. Really nice work from Puck there out on the flank. Actually takes a kill down as well. Gets into Pappy. Really nice work. As Ubercharge used back in here from Joe, and this is looking pretty good for Hubert's Angels. 2 picks on their side. Demo down. But no, not going to get too much ground here as they've got players already in behind. Silentes taken out in the end, but bought so much time here.
Yeah, this is wasting so much time for the red team right now, having to go back into mid. Forward spawns will certainly come up as well. And it looks like Witness wants to play around that fact as well. Still waiting for some of them, but they will be there very shortly, much before Ants even comes up, I think. Should be blue players all over the midpoint again, and it looks like Los Angels just... They know what's going on, but they still don't want to leave all the way. They want to take their chance here a little bit as well. Silentis once again threatening the flank. Can't live there for very long though. Numbers add back to the red team. Trying to take something out of this one, but so weak. Joe has no help, and there we go. Papi just snipes him down, realizes the damage calls coming through, cleans up off it immediately.
Oh, look at the health as well on the rest of Hubert's Angels.
Yeah,
they really could have done with their med. They could have really done with their med being alive for a couple more seconds there, get a couple of hours shared around, but yeah, no chance of a bomb coming up when your soldiers are on 30 health. And yeah, they know what's coming all the way back to last disad hold. Let's see if they can get their first round on the board. They've capped up. Part of a setup's been put in here for the defending red side, but not too much. As the pressure comes in, using in from the dungeon. But not going ideally so far. Both soldiers gone down. But they've got into Pandemic, they've got into the heavy, and also the soldiers of the defending Hubert's Angels side. Max doing a pretty good job here at sticking off the point, but not going to be enough. Forced back, the players drop around him. A nice little take there. It was a slow burner from Witness, but they make it work and get that first round on the board.
Yeah, much longer round than previously as well. These mid-fights doing so much work for Hubert's Angels, but it's just not enough still to really convert at the end. I mean, granted, painfully stupid circumstance at the end of the last
The Ixie one was amazing. Like, that was so
but
true.
like still, it's like such good positions to get in after the mid-fights. They really need to keep winning this if they want to have a chance, because the long game just eventually Witness finds the weaknesses.
Yeah, Am's actually straight in and they're going aggressive. They've heard your voice and Am's straight in onto Auto. Domo's down as well and Joe alive for the meantime. Loopy jumping in behind into Valley and oh, never mind. Joe's getting caught here in the Valley, taken down very, very late. Death coming in. Nice collapse there from Pappy and Ixie. Straight into the Valley, crunching down on the red medic. And yeah, even though Auto goes down, going to be coming up with a decent amount of ads here and a mid-fight win coming in from Witness.
Alright, not bad. Improvement on the mid-fights. Still losing Auto hurts quite a bit and the ability to play quick from here, but then again, that hasn't stopped them last round either. So it might still work out long run for them just fine. Already peeking into second quite a bit what's up there, but well, it's not much too remarkable of anything, so just gonna see if they can grind away with stalemate the traditional way. Worked out well so far every time they tried it. Eventually, someone cracked when they started putting on the pressure.
Yeah, but the ad though, because Auto died so much earlier, there's actually about a 40% ad here coming in. And Auto might be looking to make use of it as bombs come in already, as Silente's already in onto the flank and pressure coming in through Choke as well. Silentes trades out for Loopy. And with Uber up from Auto, they're ready to go at any moment. Walking in, Thomas running across the plateau here. Going to take the point for free. I think they know here. Hubert's Angels know the situation, know that they're not quite fast enough to get the Uber charge up onto Joe. And they concede the point and back up to last.
Backclass it is. Heavy is up as well. So is the Pyro, rare side on this last one I suppose, but as long as it's denying anyone any easy damage, I guess it's good enough, and that's all just not getting back out of that corner with a Pyro in front of him. Looking good there as well. In the meantime, Arms tries his best to get the counter side going. I guess it's respectable to try these quick before they're way too far away from you on second again, but still falls flat a little bit in the end. And again, Witness players down, who cares? What are they going to do? Push out if we lose another one? I don't think so. Just getting in here with Sacrifice number 2. Soldier Scout this time around, trying their best here, but not much coming of it. The gun, as level 1 as it might be, still able to buy them some space right now. Couple that with a Pyro, just making it miserable to do any damage towards anyone as well as the Soldier class. Not going to be happening.
Yeah, so many stacks coming in. It's been his guns taking so long to get up. It's just not been time, not been safe to do so. Going to be getting put down in the end. As yeah, we slow down back to finally having 6 players up here for Witness. Now that the sack waves seem to have subsided for the moment.
I'm very curious to see how they play this. So in past seasons, they've been looking pretty good with the sort of two-side aggression approach that you saw often on some of these maps, including this one. More recently, I guess. More of a recent addition for a lot of teams as well. But they've been getting really good at it in the recent seasons. Let's see if they have it all still together from seasons past or not. It's not easy to do for what it's worth. Trying to just get some space with Silentes for starters, but that's a risky run in this. It's sort of early taking space on any point, really. They're just the first one to take the damage.
Yeah, they're not losing anyone else. They don't overcommit to it. Only one soldier down is definitely.
You say that? I don't know. Thomas is just going right back in.
No, never mind. Yeah, he's back out again. They're safe.
That's
and
the
one
gun
soldier
spam.
Down. Yeah, even able to get the gun with missing a splash glass. That's nice work there from Witness. And that could be a key for more aggression.
Yeah, now the gun's in rebuild mode. They're taking space on left with the medic as well. They're very willingly committing to all of this. Getting a soldier really weak. Can't quite find the kill. And Otto is just dancing around the line there, how much he's actually committing in as well, as they're finally trying to get somebody to point, but the gun is back, and that's a huge problem to the ability to actually take position right now. Trying to just force themselves to take as much of left as they can, but they're taking so much damage while they're doing it, and you just gotta make this choice here at some point. It looks like the decision is to just leave it be for a second, heal up a little bit, and then try again next time. Maybe get the gun down first, but not really looking to be the main objective right now. They're trying to just throw a bomb in instead of all of this. I think that's a bit of a wasted effort in the end. I think they need to say, but they really need that gun down. And the moment it was back up again, fully functional in the same position as before, it's just impossible to play point the way they wanted to doing all of this. The second you can touch point there, it's really good, because you force their hands to come out of the corner, but before then, it's just really painful process.
Yeah, and as well with the gun going down and back up again, Loopy's got himself a couple of crits to work with. Oh, just wastes it into lobby, doesn't get any frags with it. Worth a try. Yeah, very quick to rebuild that gun, and Witness weren't quite quick enough to get in and use that little gap in the defences from Hubert's Angels. Yeah, they reset again. One pick up onto arms. We've actually got a 10-second respawn timer coming in here, so there's a little bit of extra space to work with here with one soldier down, less splash on the chokes, and they get the gun. That's objective number 1 has been achieved as Domo
Alright, now to the rest
down.
of this as well. They're not keeping Engineer alive either. Ooh, Thomas gets that on right away though. That hurts so much. You have the gun, but you don't have an actual player. Big pipe onto Amps. Wait a sec, Netman's going down. Puck eats one as well, but still able to beat out at least one of the soldiers, but Domo's just hitting everything right now. So much damage. Ixi throws himself on point, so much cap time. Something needs to happen. They need to go point, and the damage from Domo is just hitting everybody.
Oh, and they're keeping the Uber charge up as well. Such a better Uber coming out from auto. The air blast can only do so much here. Surely Pandemic with the world against him here on the point, trying to air blast away, but it's so hard.
Huge damage on the spawn though as well. They exactly knew when the spawns were coming up. The second they could go for them. Just who cares if the pyro takes a while to die? Just make sure the spawners just never actually leave the door at all. Nuke them down immediately. Domo with huge damage on this last point, and like I said, it takes a while. The slow game on Snakewater last is difficult, but you give Witness some time, they know how to do it. The second the gun was down, you could just see everything fall into place immediately, and that was with Thomas getting taken down immediately on that as well.
Yeah, very nice work there. Using it, the one soldier around, managed to poke and get the gun, and nice conversion coming in from Witness. 2-0 up now with just under half the game played, but they've struggled in these mid-fights to see if they've got anything better this time, and Auto going down again is not the start they were necessarily hoping for, but it's whether Joe and Matt can get out of here. Pandemic getting chased down by everyone, it seems, in his own cafe. Could somehow get out alive, but Joe not lucky enough in that fate. As Am's taken down also, and the spawn comes in again early from Auto. I guess this is the logic right for Witness. It doesn't matter if Auto goes down early, if Joe goes down even later.
Yeah, as long as he's the first one up again between the two, it's just advantage either way. Granted, not really right now looking at the charges here, but close enough anyway. And again, you know, it's a painful process as we said, but they know how to handle this at the even situation on last just fine. Have to get there first of all, though. It looks like they're not beating out enough spawns on second to comfortably take that point. Solentis tries. Good tries the mind, it's not enough. Will go down. Mac finds the kill. I don't know, what does it take for Hubert's Angels to bring this one back now? They tried before with one pick, but they had Uber for that one.
Yeah, one pick up means maybe there's opportunities to go for something, but it's not looking too good here for Hubert's Angels. On that mid again, they managed to get onto Auto, but there needs to be a better plan, right? The plan can't just be we're going to sack everyone in for the medic, get onto him early, and then just hope, because they take so much damage going for that kill. And it's put them at a disadvantaged situation once again. Even Uber's coming up now, and even players on either side. Happy and Tomas trying to poke in from the cafe, see what they can do, but defense holding tight for now.
Okay, here's the bombs coming through. Everyone's walking into the ones. They're trying to overwhelm whatever closest players there. But Mac, the one who was, I think, stepping up the line a little bit, gets away with it for now. And now Witness needs to see if they can do anything else with this. And it looks like they're just eating too much damage on their attempt to rush down one player to get really anything good going out of the Uber. Have to use fairly early. Kankei took position out of this one as well. Lost Ixi in the meantime. Looking good for Hubert's Angels out of this one. The small mistakes of the Witness might cost them dearly here. There's a counterplay coming through. Early bombs on the medic. Try to salvage any of this right now. It's not enough. Auto serves away in the meantime. Unlike in the mid-fight this time around, he will be alive and fine at the end of it all.
Yeah, but in the end...
Well, look at that. The scouts are immediately back in on this as well.
Yeah, it's such a heavy commitment there into choke, and they lose so many players. Pappy gets landed on by Joe from the surf, but sweeps him down in the end. And yeah, it was maybe a little bit of over-aggression there coming in from Hubert's Angels. They come into mid with one pick up after that Uber charge exchange, and they had a little bit of a health advantage, but maybe overstayed their welcome. And now Witness all the way into last already. Pappy's already shooting down spawn, and they're able to cap actually. Can anyone even deny this? There's lots of damage coming in. Mac taken down already. Heavy is up. Gets onto one kill, but Auto on 85% doesn't even need to use.
And there it is, just a quick one for them. 3-0 out of all of that. This doesn't even matter how the midfights turn out at this rate. Witness finds their way back either way. And, well, I mean, they would be much benefited if this goes quick from here for the rest of the next 2 rounds. So they could take a little bit of a break before the next official.
The next official's in 7 minutes, so gonna be pretty quick.
Plenty time, really.
Yeah, I really want to see something different coming out here from Hubert's Angels, but it looks like Ams is in straight away again, and also getting caught in the corner. They haven't even, well, they have got the kill just about, but the cost of 2 soldiers and a lot of damage onto Mac, and the same sort of scenario again. They've gone into auto, but it's just Pandemic trying to get out here with Joe. Gets a bit of damage, but takes the pack here. Going to be having a lot of work to do here. Joe gets Domo and Pandemic gets into Ixie. Really nice work here by these last two getting out. I think they've lost each other for the moment. Joe's still sat at shutter, but they do manage to keep Joe alive for the first mid fight in what might have been the entire game. No, apart from the first mid, the last two they've struggled, but here keeping it up and keeping the first advantage, what feels like forever.
Also, Lentis behind, right on the medic. Doesn't hit the air shot. Any follow-up on this? Joe's so weak. You need something there. There's Papi. Wasn't even in. He just spams from the back with the rest of the team sitting there just hoping it works. And rockets are hitting exactly where they need to. Great follow-up for them here. Find Amps on the flank right away as well. And what left do they have here? Park bombing in. Tries their best to get onto the medic or to eat some of that, but it's not enough. And the scout in the lower area just can't get close either.
Yeah, Loopy maybe not quite quick enough there on the follow-up. It was really good attempt there. Coming in for the sack onto Auto, but we're sort of getting deja vu here. It's massive advantage for Auto yet again. A second point's getting capped up. There's still 3 spawners yet to arrive for the defending side of Hubert's Angels, and Auto is going to be having any minute now. As the push comes in, point pressure almost able to come through. They've got time to play as slow as they want. As Ubercharge used in, they're straight in onto Joe as well. No risk at all. Heavy taken down. And Cap going to be coming through. It's 4-0, and it's a much cleaner showing here on Sunshine for Witness.
Very much so. Match point now. They can just wrap this up nice and early and effectively halve Hubert's Angels' chances into playoffs in one pedal swoop right now. If they just get one more good one here. And once again, this was without really a clean mid-fight as well. Which is concerning, I guess, looking into playoffs, but at least it's working out for now.
Yeah, it's do or die here. I guess there is still technically time if there's some sort of heroic Herculean comeback coming through for Hubert's Angels, but it's not looking too likely, especially not after losing 2 picks so fast on the mid-fight. Joe gets another kill. Still surfing around here on second. Somehow alive, taken down in the end by Pipes from Domo. Nice work coming in from Witness's Demoman, just cleaning up that kill that so many tried earlier. I don't want to see how many frags Joe's got this series. It seems like it's quite a lot. With the arrows and the solemn vow, but again, back to the full ad. Back to the last push attempt coming in. Bit more time this time to get the gun set up, but I'm not sure what difference that's going to make. Because Auto is going to have Ubercharge even earlier this time round.
Well, Lars already staring them down from the right side, wanting to get in quick. There's heavy resistance here. Sniper, Engineer, Pyro, every off-class you can imagine on the field, trying to hold this one together. On the gun still goes down pretty quick despite the Pyro. Not going to last too long, no cap time yet, but find Amps in the backline. It's already a player out for the rest of this one as the points finally getting played. Heavy out of spawn, trying to make this fall into place for them here. It takes a while to die, get some kills in the meantime, but it's coming down to the wire right now. Just a bit of the amp towards some 2 HP, unable to do it. And with Ixie falling as well, Hubert's Angels saving themselves from certain defeat a little bit.
Yeah, nice hold there in the end. It looked pretty rough, especially with that gun going down despite the Pyro so fast in that push. But they hold on in the end just about, but you've got to say, like, their reward for this is that it's now even Ubers where Mac is only just spawning and they're maybe not going to be able to hold second because of it. It's still not looking too great for them here. As Am's going down isn't going to help things either. Hook going to try and salvage something here on the flank. Gets 1 kill into Slentes, but taken down by Thomas in return. With both soldiers down here for the defending side of Hubert's Angels. It's not looking good at all for them, as Thomas is actually already in here, poking around in dungeon, trying to make something work. Got his medic of Auto in tow. They're straight away. Look how deep Thomas is here. It really smells blood.
They just own that part of the last point, pretty much every last push as well. All on the left side, getting in. Pipe's already hitting, Amp's pretty weak. Heavy is probably the main concern right now though, and that's still a big problem. It denies the bomb pretty much single-handedly, and they have plenty time past that to deal with players on the cat that's really just trying to sneak away the Kappa with this point. It's getting close admittedly, but Hubert's Angels have this under control until Bomber, no, everyone's on point, no one's covering the right side.
Silentes, really nice jump in coming there. onto Joe, gets the force, and Auto here, if he gets out alive, no, never mind, he's forced. Very nice damage there coming in. Nice coordination from Buck and Pandemic there, getting that force out. If Auto had held on to that, that was almost certainly game over, GG. And Witness go next, but this game drags on a little bit longer, as he's actually still 2 players down for the defending side of Hubert Angel. Spawn's coming in, they're going to be able to hold on by the skin of their teeth once again. But at 4-0 down, it's purely academic, I've got to say.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, at this stage, there's nothing to gain for Hubert Angels other than just not letting Witness have a break between games. That's really the main objective now, just spite.
Yeah, it'd be very funny. I know it's obviously not going to happen. I'm assuming teams are nice, but if Witness got default on the next game and it meant that TLR finished above them, finished above Hubert's Angels in the season due to this game going on for too long, but no, I assume we're all being nice about that. But anyway, there's still plenty of time left, and with even Ubers, we've seen Witness make this work so many times with this pressure coming into last. They're going to be looking to end this before we get to the 30-minute mark.
They've been looking to end just the last 5 minutes, and it's not quite been coming together. So, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, even the last time we've seen this damage, it just took a while to break it down, even if it did work in the end. It's just not easy to do, making himself get some space. This time around, without bothering with the gun early, lose XC on entry as well, all covered by Park quite nicely down there. Gets an early kill. Still have the gun to worry about as well, as it just, at this point, changing gears instead of playing point like we've seen before. Try to just send deep for the medic. Can't quite get that one together though, not past the gun and or everyone else just standing there with the medic together.
Yeah, nice way. They got the space, but didn't quite get those sacks in. At least not successfully, as we've now got a bit of counter-aggression coming in. Oh, big rockets coming out from Hams there, nearly getting onto Domo, who's arrowed up, and now this is how that previous round went. It was one pick onto a soldier, and that just allowed extra spam to come in onto the gun. They're going to try and make it work again, but Ruby here on the Pyro doing a decent job of reflecting spam for now. Trying to really shut out this right-hand side, but that's not where the main push is coming from. They're in through dungeon and left. And backing out again. Going to reassess. Give it another go. We've got all the time to work with. There's no rush.
I mean, we only have a minute and a half about left at this point, so maybe Hubert's Angels can claim their way into a mid-fight again. We get a quick one out of this, make themselves feel better about it to, you know, play 4-1 twice instead of losing any of these with no round scored of their own, despite, you know, a really good chance at the beginning as well. That is not for lack of trying on Witness. The gun finally goes down and they're just pulling the trigger.
Okay, they get one frag for the Uber charge, but much better use from Auto, who's actually taken down so low, but uses at the perfect time as to not drop, and a bit of cap pressure coming in as well, but there's soldiers here in the flank, Puck's in as well, and Auto's taken down. Domo's weak as well in lobby. Gets the pack, but he's only 2 alive here on the retreat. 4 witnesses. And there's a last minute attempt at a push out coming in. 60 seconds until round reset. Domo's a very late spawn, and second is going to be taken here.
Well, haven't we just done this all the last 30 minutes instead of whatever we did on
You're just using out left, like, you know, just
apparently that's the way to success. Anyway, too late now. We're getting 4 minutes for 4 rounds, and they don't even have all 6 alive on mid anymore.
Yeah, Thomas, such a force to be reckoned with on Sniper. Gets one big onto the scout, maybe not too impactful of a pick, but it's impactful enough. And it shuts out this push into mid despite the Uber advantage, but never mind, still enters straight in onto Joe. What Uber advantage? I hear you say as Puck tries to go back into salvage, gets into Thomas, but nothing more. Auto's still alive, Mac going in, trying to make something work here, not quite going to land the pipe onto Auto, who's currently hiding around by choke. Bit of a scary scenario there for Auto in the end, but gets out alive, and with Joe down, it's a big advantage for Witness.
Last play on mid right now, the scout running for the lives, but he cannot escape in the end. It will also fall like the rest of the team here. And it's not quite back to last, they might still fight for second, but I think Witness has the same idea, so just 2 teams clashing about the same point right now. Mac trying to deny them entry with some stickies, but becomes the early target there as well. Surfs away luckily, but doesn't have good position, then just sits there waiting for an arrow, sits there waiting for the pipe, more like it in the end. Domo takes him down, claims for damage in the meantime, and all of Hubert's Angels trying to take early position, just completely denied from doing so. Brilliant stuff by Witness, and now they have the proposition. They already had advantage, but now they have it on the point itself, and there's just not much you can do about it. Witness claims the 5-0. Win this map a couple minutes ahead of schedule, I guess. It can take like 2 minutes of breathing time before they get into the next game, I guess.
Yeah, it was nice work in the end. I guess he was a bit unfortunate. Sacking 4 players in a second, don't manage to get the force. Doesn't quite work out for them. But yeah, very nice play in the end from Witness. I know they lost their first round since week 1 in that first map, but that second map of Sunshine looked a lot more confident, a lot cleaner. I know there was a bit of slowdown in some of the middle, a bit chaotic, but they came out on top, especially after that Ixie shenanigans on that first round. So
that was just mental damage for the rest of the game.
Yeah, how do you come back from that, right? Like you've got one scout just locking your demo, like.
That's what we're learning so far. You just do not actually. You just get Shadowrun for the next 30 minutes after that happens,
yeah,
and that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, what different of a game it could have been if he was able to take it around within 2 minutes. That would have added a bit of spice. It made us to finish 5-1. We never know, but.
As it stands, this is a parallel reality we will never see the answer to, I suppose. And with that, we also know one answer already, which is that they do not get any points here. All 6 points going to Witness, who are now definitively second place. There was like the Fed maybe of if they big choke both games, they could still get third. No, it's instead second place for sure now. They're too far ahead of the Frenchies at this stage. On the flip side, it's Angels with the opposite problem now. They're still behind by 1 point, and they tied as well, so they need to actually win, I think.
The curse is broken, right? The curse of
I don't think they
tying every series.
I don't think they like the fact that it's broken, however.
Yeah,
I think they would prefer to still be there currently. I guess they still have a second chance to bring the narrative back that, yeah, we can tie everyone, but at the moment, it's been looking rough because they really have to as well. Even then, there's small maybes here, but I guess they'll find the answer to one of those immediately at follow-up to this. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll find out if Hubert's Angels can, in fact, still even make playoffs at all tomorrow, or if it's all Jova after tonight. TLR against Witness for TLR's last chance. It's their true last resort now to get into playoffs. They need to win something badly tonight. We'll see you in a couple minutes.